Hey guys, it's Deepika here and welcome back to my channel. This vlog is gonna be about things to do in Udupi and what are the significance of this particular place. So let's get started with the video and explore this place and see what are the things that we can be doing here in Udupi. We started our journey from Mangalore at around afternoon, and by the time we hit the highway, we were quite hungry. So we stopped by this particular place to have our lunch. It was a vegetarian restaurant since we had to be visiting our temple by evening. So we had vegetarian food here. So the ambience was quite basic, and the food that we ordered was also good. This particular dish that we had ordered was gobi manchuri. We had ordered for some garlic naan, paneer butter masala, and a piece palav. So this was the basic dish that we had ordered. Along with this, we also ordered for a fruit salad with ice cream. So this was a vanilla flavored ice cream that we had bought, and this was quite good for three of us. So we went ahead, had our lunch, and carried on with our next destination, that was Udupi. So when we had decided to reach Udupi, we already had a plan where we had to visit this particular gallery. It is actually a house gallery where there's a collection of houses that is built, and there is this particular person who's actually got this done. So I love such places. I have even gone to Dakshin Chitra. So we reached this first place, and I had actually bought the ticket to visit this place. Surely a must visit place just in case you're going around Udupi. And this person is the actual owner, or rather the person who actually initiated this, and it is now carried on by the person's family, is what I was told. And the place is quite cozy and quite nice, because it sort of relives the memories from back to the old days to what it is now. So I surely would recommend this particular place just in case you are traveling to Udupi or towards Udupi, anywhere around this area. Most of these houses that you see are all reconstructed houses. So basically, an entire house has been uprooted and has been rebuilt in this particular place, and it has the essence of an old school house and the kind of tradition they basically had. So if you see this, it was a hall and an inner space for say a bedroom or a cradle that was put, and you had a greenery where you would be able to store your food. This is basically the kitchen area of the house, and this is the grinding stone that you see. This is the puja house, and the speciality that you can actually see here is that most of these doors are at a very low level, wherein you will have to be bowing down your head, and this is as a mark of respect to the place that you are actually entering. And this is an olden days grinding stone, and the kind of place that you see on top is a storage area where you actually could keep your vessels and food that can be stored, and you would have can use this as a bedroom space too. So this is the outer ambience around this place. So each house would be open. Not all the houses are open for you to visit, so it would just be a few houses that you would be able to enter, and I believe it is each day each house. I'm not quite sure of that. And this particular house was absolutely luxurious, and though it had kind of a modern touch, yet it felt very traditional. So these houses were surely a nostalgic feel, because I have seen such houses back when I was young, but I don't see them anymore. So this surely was mostly like reliving my childhood memories, seeing people's houses. So this almost looked like a neighborhood around an area. So yes, and this particular house that you see says Deccan Nawab's house. So a Muslim household, possibly a person of a royal existence. So let's go ahead and explore this place and see how it is. So this house that you see on the screen is actually a Mangalore style Christian household, and right to its name it did have that kind of a vibe to it. So this, as soon as you enter, had a posh area where you actually had an easy chair that was put on both the side and a tea area right in front, and this was quite spacious. And the posh area, once you actually enter the space, you would have the halls. As soon as you enter, you actually have an altar right in the front, and all across on the sides of this particular hall are the other rooms like kitchen and bedroom that is being constructed. So this particular house for some reason actually gave me a very vintage British household. Olden days British houses basically had this kind of a vibe to it. And furthermore, if you just see this particular area here, so this is actually the study area of this house, and it had all vintage sort of furnitures, and surely quite nostalgic, because I have seen a few houses that almost have this kind of a vibe around the Brigade Road area in Bangalore. And this is, furthermore, inside you would have the dining area, and right next to this dining area you have another bedroom, and this particular bedroom is actually connected out to the front porch. So if you see, this is the ambience of the bedroom here. All the furnitures are quite vintage, so I haven't seen anything like this in today's date. And this is the connecting balcony of sorts that can lead to the porch area. So this, for some reason, has a very old vintage Bangalore vibe for me. I have seen such houses and was quite impressed after I visited this place. So this particular house that we would be visiting next was quite impressive, not something that I've ever seen. So this was actually divided at various levels. As soon as you actually enter this place, there is not just one level, there is various level from ground where you can leave your footwear and things like that, to next level entertaining guests, having your food, and everything has a space here. So this particular place was surely impressive because it was quite different from anything I've ever seen. So after spending an amazing time in this particular gallery space, we had headed towards our hotel that we had booked in Udupi. So this was Udupi Inn, which was quite close to the main bus stop in Udupi and also to the temple. So this is basically the room, and we actually booked two rooms since we did not have one room that could be used by three people. So the I just switched on the power, and this is basically how the room looked like. So it had basic TV and a seating area, and also some storage space and a bed, quite decent. And this is where I stayed, since it was just for a day's time, or rather one night actually. So I did not unfold anything and have everything arranged in this. It was just for a night. This is basically the coffee table and the coffee essentials, and this particular room came along with a locker, so just in case you plan to stay for a longer time, this surely can be useful. So yeah, this is basically the space here. And yeah, next we would see the restroom area. So I will show you the area here. This is basically how it looks. It is quite a spacious one. I had booked this at least about 2-3 weeks in advance. So this is the hand wash area and that's the wet area. It seemed quite decent, so quite spacious too. I actually had taken some rest and had to go to the temple by evening, since the temple actually has timings that I would mention for you guys here. So I had some rest and headed towards the temple next. So this is basically the parking space of the temple. It is quite huge. There are many vehicles that were already parked and also way too rush. So even though I thought if at all we go a little later in the evening, maybe the rush is comparatively less, but I was absolutely wrong. There is too many people who actually come to the temple at all given point of time. So plan your visit accordingly.
The Udupi Sri Krishna temple was initially founded by Sri Madhvacharya and is quite a famous temple in Karnataka. It is also believed that he had initiated the 8 matas in Udupi, which is quite close to the temple vicinity. These are the Hindu monasteries which are quite famous, and there is also a story associated along with this particular temple. It is believed that Kanakadasa, who was an avid devotee of Sri Krishna, was denied entry into the temple for various caste reason. So this particular person had determined to follow Sri Krishna and had regularly prayed for his blessings, and it is believed that the statue of Lord Krishna, who was facing the other side, had turned itself and created a hole in the wall to ensure that Kanakadasa had his blessings. So this particular hole in the wall is called as Kanakana Kindi in today's day and is quite famous, and till date any devotee who wants to visit this particular temple for the darshan will have to be seeing through this particular opening in order to have their darshan completed.
This is the end of the vlog. Hope you guys liked it. If you do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell icon for further notification. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe.